Hello everyone, welcome back to your own YouTube channel Awasthi EduHub. In today's video, I am going to discuss the marks distribution and reduced topics for ICSE 2024-25 board examinations. आज के वीडियो में we'll be discussing the topics for physics. I'll be coming up with videos for maths and chemistry as well, right? So let's start the video. See, your first chapter is force, which has a weightage of 5 to 8 marks. Second chapter, work energy power, it has a weightage of 9 to 11 marks, and machines has a weightage of 5 to 6 marks. See, 2-3 marks can vary. The entire chart which you can see on your screen has been prepared with thorough research across all the platforms, all the sample papers that are available in the market, and going through all these papers, this chart has been prepared. So there might be a variation of 2-3 marks, but not more than that. Right. So chapter number 1, force, 5 to 8 marks. Later on we'll be discussing topics as well, as to from which topic you can get which kind of question. But as of now, to keep the video short, I'm just going to give you an overview so that you can understand the importance of topics. If you can see this topic, refraction at plane surface, it carries 14 to 18 marks. It's a very big amount. 14 to 18 marks out of 70, 80 is a big number, right? Second, refraction through lens, 6 to 8 marks, and spectrum 2 to 4 marks. So if you add these marks, it's like 40% of your 30 to 40% of your total physics paper, right? So light optics is a very important unit. So if you are preparing for your board exams and you are strategically managing things, your major concern should be on light, because it holds 28 to 80 marks, right? Next is your sound. You will be getting a question of approx 11 marks from sounds. Electricity and magnetism, proper electricity, the current electricity part, that resistance, conductivity and all, 7 to 9 marks. Household circuits, right? You will be getting 4 to 6 marks. If I take the average, a 5-mark question from household circuits. This is a very easy catch. If you will be studying this chapter properly, you can easily score 5 to 6 marks. Next is electromagnetism. A lot of students are confused what to study in electromagnetism. Do we need to study the working of motor, generator, XYZ? So I'll be discussing the reduced topic in few minutes, right? But electromagnetism holds 5 to 8 marks. And then comes the most important chapter, calorimetry. A lot of students find it difficult. Reason being, it has a lot of numerical problems, and since the board has started following competency based questions, 100% you will be getting few tricky questions from calorimetry, and it holds 10 marks. You won't be getting a numerical of calorimetry in choice, so you have to be very careful while studying calorimetry. 10 marks is not a small number, it's a good number, right? And last, radioactivity, modern physics, atomic structure, a very easy chapter where you can maximize your output. It holds 10 to 12 marks. You have to emphasize on section A. Section B is for non-detailed study. So this is an approximate marks distribution that we can expect in 2025 board exams, session 2024-2025. Now let's see what are the topics that are reduced. See, these are the chapters जहां पर कुछ भी reduce नहीं हुआ है. These 5 chapters you have to study, you have to read each and every line, and you have to solve each and every question. Force, work energy power, current electricity, household circuit, and calorimetry. If you can just sum up these marks weightages, you can clearly see force has a weightage of 5 to 8 marks, right? 5 to 8 marks. Work energy power has a weightage of 9 to 11. So if I add them, it's like 17 to 18 marks, and you have no choice. Approximately 20 marks without any choice, without any reduction, right? So you have to focus on these chapters. And most importantly, I'm again repeating, please don't underestimate calorimetry. There is nothing reduced in this chapter. It will have a lot of competency based questions, so you have to prepare this chapter very properly. Very soon we'll be coming up with competency based series on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this video, you're finding it good, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you're updated with our all upcoming videos. Now, these are the reduced topics. See, force, work, energy, power, nothing is reduced. In machines, this part is reduced, right? You won't be getting questions on this part. Reduced means it's not like that you don't have to study it at all. You won't be getting questions on this, just a basic knowledge. The questions involving one fixed and other movable pulleys, you're not going to get the questions. Second, when the weight of the pulley is taken into consideration, there are few questions in a lot of books, not in Selena, but in other books you will find questions. I have seen few competency based questions as well, but this is a reduced topic. Just have a look at the formula. There is no need to do numericals when the weight of the pulley is taken into consideration. This is the last article from Selena. So this is a reduced topic for numericals. Basic knowledge you should have, right? But no numericals from this part. Second, this is the prism formula. You have to learn the formula. You should know the formula, but the derivation part is excluded. You do not require to learn the derivation. They will not ask you to derive this prism formula. This is for minimum deviation. The properties, the conditions, the graphs, all are there in the syllabus, just that the derivation of this formula is not there. So make sure you save your time. Second, lens formula, sign conventions, numerical based on this formula, very much in the syllabus, but the derivation part is excluded. It's given in the textbook, but you do not require to learn the derivation part. Lens formula, right? Similar goes with magnifying power. No numericals from magnifying power, but still you should know the formula, only the formula part, right? Now this is the most confusing part. A lot of students are confused in this part. See, in this section you have to learn the increasing and the decreasing order of these waves, right? You do not require to learn the exact values. आपको ये मालूम होना चाहिए what is the increasing order of wavelength, what is the decreasing order of wavelength. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि you have to learn what is the exact wavelength of microwaves. No, the exact values are not required. Only the range and the order is important. How are you going to arrange this in increasing or decreasing orders? And as far as the deduction and properties are concerned, you have to focus on UV, visible and infrared. Only these three rays are there for detailed study. You are not going to get any question based on the method of detection or source for gamma rays, X-rays, microwaves and radio waves. These are for non-detailed study. For detailed study, you just have to focus on UV, visible and infrared, and make sure you learn each and every point for UV and infrared waves. Very, very, very important for your board exams, right? Next is in sound chapter. This is the relation between loudness and intensity. You have to know the relation, learn the formula, remember the formula, but the derivation part is excluded. There is a one-page derivation in the book. If you have seen it, you don't need to, go through that derivation. Just remember the formula. The important part here is remember the units. There is a lot of confusion between phon and decibel in terms of intensity and loudness. We have already discussed it in one of the lectures. You can find that lecture in the playlist, right? But आपको ये वाला formula derive नहीं करना है, basic knowledge होना चाहिए, right? Next is electric bell. See, they're not going to ask you the circuit diagram, the working diagram of electric bell. You have already studied this part in class 9th physics. This was the last chapter, electromagnetism, ICSE class 9. This is the last chapter. This part is exactly carried forward from the last topic. So you don't need to go for a detailed analysis of electric bell, just basic parts, right? And in most possibility, they're not going to ask anything from that because they've already asked this in ICSE class 9th, right? Next is, now the biggest confusion, DC motor, AC generator and transformer. You don't have to go with the working of any of them, right? But this does not mean you should not know the basic principle. Basic principle is very much there in the syllabus. It's just that the detailed working is not included in ICSE class 10th. You will be studying these detailed workings in class 12th ISC physics. In ICSE physics, you don't have to go with the detailed analysis. Just remember the basic constructional features, how you are going to increase the output, be it current, be it anything, efficiency. what are the parameters that are going to affect the efficiency. This is all included in the syllabus, but the exact working with those detailed diagrams, they are excluded, so you need not worry about it. And one more thing, no numericals for transformer का कोई numerical हमें नहीं करना है. They have not included it in your board exams, right? So you can skip this part and save your time, right? And as far as the last chapter is concerned, I have already told you that it holds 11 to 12 marks and it is a very easy catch. In that chapter, in part A, you have to read, learn, write everything. In part B, which is basically nuclear fission and fusion, you don't have to do the numerical part. Just remember the comparison, the important data, the values of energies 931 MeV and all. Just remember those values, but there is no need to do the in-depth numericals. There are few numericals in the example section as well, and few solved examples, few unsolved questions as well. So you can skip that part, right? So this is all about the marks distribution and the reduced topic. I wish you all the very best for your ICSE Physics Board Exams 2024-25. Once again, let me just brief you. We have a test series in place on our app. I'll be sharing the link of the test series along with this video. Just go through the test series. 2 to 3 tests are free. Test series is very affordable. The test series is based on competency based questions. So you can just give it a shot. If you find it interesting, you can take the subscription. We'll catch up very soon with a lot of competency based questions. We'll be starting a competency based question series chapter wise. So if you are new on this channel, you're watching this lecture, you're finding it good, like it, subscribe the channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. See you very soon on the other side with another super interesting session. Till then, stay healthy and stay safe. All the very best.